what they think might be in there,
Hey,
and then they bid, right?
We were just talking about the show, I think, Pickers, or, where you buy the storage shed and find out what's inside, and how that's a lot like, if you're going to an auction for some property, and you need to know the details on the property, and you got to make sure you get all that information if you can. And Brian and his group at Tax Sales Resources can help you do that. Maybe talk a little bit about what's going on with the auctions these days.
Well, especially this year, the auctions have been crazy competitive. It's the classic example of inventory or supply is down and demand is just the same, if not higher. And so what investors are willing to do, they're willing to pay more at the auction is really what it comes down to. And so you really need to know what you're buying before you pay that amount. And
that's where you guys come in. How do you help?
Yeah, so there's a couple different ways that we can help. Probably the most obvious is just that level of information you can get and knowing what you're buying, right? It's one thing to have a Google, drive-by picture, and then, assess your information on that. That's like a very first level.
Sure.
It's a whole different thing to know, what's the environmental information behind it, what's the title defects if I'm going to own this property. What does the past sale history look like? Has this been in an auction before? These are all clues that can help knowledgeable investors make the right decision, because it really only takes one bad decision or one bad investment to wipe out many great decisions. And so that's kind of part one. Part two is if you are just frustrated with where you've been looking, with the county or counties you've been investing and you want to go somewhere new. What we allow is investors to investigate new counties without actually having to go to the auction and figure out what are people bidding at. We've got results from auctions nationwide. You can go poke around in our tools and figure out, is this county somewhere where I can still get a deal or not? And that's a capability most people don't even know about, and just being able to do that is extremely empowering.
Oh, it seems like it would, because you'd have no idea. Region to region. Yeah, sure. So, you guys can help them find the clues they need to, is this place worth it? And what are people paying for a place like this in this region anyway? And that's
exactly.
A couple of powerful reasons you might want to get in touch with Brian and his group. Best way of doing it is at your website?
Yes. Always go to taxsaleresources.com. Or if you actually want to talk to somebody, we do have human beings on the other end of our phone. You can call us at 877-982-9725 and actually talk to somebody, and they'll direct you from there.
Great. Hey, do it right now.